the gap between the train and the platform.
This is East Putney. This is a District Line train to Wimbledon. The next station is Southfields.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Southfields, the home of Wimbledon Tennis Club.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and that you had a great week. Today I'm coming to you from the Wimbledon tennis tournament, so to all of my house guests, grab yourselves a drink, relax and make yourselves comfortable. If you're passing by and you'd like to become a house guest, don't forget to hit subscribe and activate all of your notifications. I'm Chez, this is Chez M0i, and today this is my place. So guys, it's the 4th of July. It's quite a mixed day, sunny in places, windy, cloudy, typical British weather for Wimbledon. Let's get into this video. As I come to you from one of the most iconic sporting events on the planet, I wanted to talk about this idea of competition. Here's an interesting question. Why do some people compete with others? The answer given was some individuals may have a strong need for validation, recognition, or power, leading them to prioritize their own interests over others. Additionally, factors like low self-esteem, fear of failure, or a scarcity mindset can drive individuals to compete intensely for resources or success. The British royal family can only survive as long as they are relevant, and in order to stay relevant, they have to be popular. If we cast our minds back to the first week of September 1997, you may remember this was the aftermath of Princess Diana's passing, and the Queen Elizabeth, that is, kept William and Harry in Balmoral. They were on summer holidays at that time. In the movie, The Queen, with Helen Mirren in the titular role, she was oblivious to the negative sentiment towards her back in London, as she was viewed as uncaring, cold and distant, because the public wanted to know where their queen was. She thought she was doing the right thing and protecting her grandchildren by shielding them from public view. But when it was pointed out to her by the newly elected Prime Minister Tony Blair that her absence was making her unpopular with her subjects, she reluctantly made her way back to London with William and Harry. This week, Charles took his family up to Scotland. This article is from gbnews.com, published on the 3rd of July 2024. The headline reads, King Charles targeted by protesters in Scotland as Camilla and Edward receive special honour. King Charles has been targeted by anti-monarchy protesters in Scotland as Queen Camilla. Sorry, I still can't get used to that. And Prince Edward received a special honour. The demonstrators from Republic stood on the Royal Mile in Edinburgh, whilst the monarchy visited the city for Holyrood Week, a celebration of Scottish culture, achievements and important individuals who have contributed to their community. The anti-monarchy group chanted "Not my king" as they held signs with the same slogan, whilst the Order of the Thistle ceremony took place in St Giles's Cathedral. During the private ceremony, Camilla and Edward were appointed to the order, which is the greatest order of chivalry in Scotland. It recognises those who have greatly contributed to Scottish life. King Charles, who was also in attendance, is the sovereign of the order, so can appoint people independently of Parliament. Prince William, already a member of the order, was also in attendance. However, his wife Princess Kate, who is recovering from cancer treatment, was not present. The protest group said that residents in Edinburgh have no say in paying for a lavish ceremony for an unelected monarch and are unfairly having to fork out for this visit. Speaking for the Republic Edinburgh local group, Francine Love said, "The latest Scottish poll shows that fewer than half the people in Scotland support the monarchy. We believe it's time to showcase the democratic alternative to this outdated institution, an elected head of state. That's why local campaigners took action today, protesting against a lavish royal visit funded by taxpayers, which local residents neither have a say in or benefit from." Despite the boos and chants from Republic, the King was welcomed by many members of the public who stood outside the cathedral. Many held Union flags as they fired back at the anti-monarchy group. At the ceremony, the monarch began by sending a special message to the Queen. He said, "It is our pleasure Her Majesty the Queen be installed a lady of the most ancient and most noble Order of the Thistle." Following the ceremony, Camilla and Edward were also appointed as Royal Knights of the Order. The royals arrived in the Scottish capital yesterday to conduct engagements as part of Holyrood Week in a shortened version of the usual week-long celebrations. This year, the celebrations have been cut short due to the general election and will end on July 3rd. Their packed itinerary included a ceremony of the keys, a guard of honour inspection and a traditional garden party at the Palace of Holyrood House. They love their garden parties, don't they? Other events which may appear to divert attention or distract from the election campaign have been postponed during the two-day trip. Not being from Scotland, I don't feel qualified to comment about the royal family's contribution or lack thereof to Scottish life. Apparently they were being recognised for their charity work. But what about Scottish people at the grassroots level who actually work in charitable organisations in Scotland? Where is their prestigious recognition? In any case, if you're watching this video as a Scottish person, I'd be interested to know how you think the royal family have contributed to Scottish life, so please feel free to express your opinions in the comment section below. On the other side of the Atlantic, this happened. This article is from theindependent.co.uk, published 4th of July 2024. And the headline reads, Royal News Live. Prince Harry award backlash continues as petition against the Duke reaches almost 60,000 signatures. Harry has been defended for his incredible work with the Invictus Games. Prince Harry has been defended as a petition calling for a rethink on the decision to give him an award for veterans approaches almost 60,000 signatures. The Duke of Sussex, 39, is set to receive the Pat Tillman Award for his work with the Invictus Games, which celebrates the sporting achievements of wounded, sick and injured service people. But tens of thousands of people, including the late Tillman's mother, Mary, believe there are more deserving recipients. Now the sporting network behind the award, ESPN, has defended its decision, hailing the incredible work of the Games. While we understand not everyone will agree with all honorees selected for any award, the Invictus Games Foundation does incredible work and ESPN believes this is a cause worth celebrating, a spokesperson told Sky News. This comes amid the revelation that Kate Middleton and Prince William have made a private donation to the victims of Hurricane Beryl in the Caribbean. The couple are said to be closely following the impact of the storm and the relief efforts. Okay, right. This article was primarily to tell everyone that there's been opposition to Harry receiving this award. I'll talk about that later on. Let me just talk about this award with, this donation from William and Kate. They had to drop that in, didn't they? Because what has that got to do with Harry's, this news about Harry? At the end of the day, if it's a private donation from William and Kate, why is it being published in the British media? If it's private, would they not want to keep that private? And why have they decided to make a donation? I mean, the amount of hurricanes that the Caribbean experiences annually. Okay. This is not the first hurricane in the history of the world. Is this the first donation that Kate and William have made? And, you know, is it altruistic? You know, I personally believe it's not, because they've fallen out of favour with the Caribbean, as we've seen in recent months, going back to maybe a couple of years. They're not well liked in the Caribbean, and I guess this is just to buy popularity, and this is what I'm talking about: competition. Why do William and Kate feel they need to compete with Harry and Meghan, especially when it comes to stuff like this? As a child of Caribbean parents, you cannot buy us off. You know, as a people, I mean, there may be individuals that engage in that type of behavior, but generally speaking, we are not dumb. You cannot just fling money at us and appease us and think that we're going to be happy with that. You have no engagement with the Caribbean whatsoever, William and Kate. Not that I've seen anyway. But you just think that you're going to throw money as a donation. Do you know where your donation has gone? Have you actively sought to find out where your money, how your money is being spent, and if it's going to the appropriate people? Or is it lining the pockets of those who claim to be charitable workers within the various organisations? I find it so insulting. I don't live in the Caribbean, but I find it insulting, because it's like, oh, let's just fling some money at these these Negroes. I'm sorry to be so crude, but it really irritates me. It really irritates me. It's not as if, I mean, Kate's not in a position to do that. Okay, so let me leave Kate out of this part of the discussion. William could actively, you know, he's got time to go to see Taylor Swift. He's got time to go to football matches. Why not actively get involved in the charity work being done to help those in the Caribbean? That would be something. You can't go there, obviously, because it's too dangerous, but actively doing something, engaging in the process, that is what would kind of make me look slightly differently at William. But it's not to be expected, because William doesn't do stuff like that. Just throw money at the problem and it will go away as far as they're concerned. Anyway, yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. These people complaining about Harry, they will always complain about Harry, regardless of what he does. And then this article goes on to talk about the rest of the royal family in Scotland. You see, the thing is, they clickbait with Harry because they know people will go and read the story, but it's not, you know, how much of it was about Harry? How much of it was about Harry? A couple of paragraphs. Sorry. 5 paragraphs. And then it talks about the rest of the royal family. You see how disgusting they are. So, as well as not being Scottish, I do not have an affinity with military services. However, I can only rely on the testimonials of people who have been powerfully impacted by the Invictus Games, which is enough to convince me that Harry is indeed worthy of this award. As I've always indicated on my channel, when you do things with a genuine motive, the byproduct will inevitably be positive recognition, whichever form that takes. So it wouldn't surprise me if the people who signed that petition against Harry receiving this award have little to no idea of how Invictus has improved the lives of hundreds of thousands of people across the globe, physically, mentally, and practically. And while all of that was going on, this also happened. This article is from hellomagazine.com, published on the 27th of June 2024. The headline reads, Meghan Markle spotted mid-photo shoot in Beverly Hills. The Duchess of Sussex was filmed laughing whilst wearing a black tracksuit. This is news, people. Someone wearing a black tracksuit and laughing is news. Anyway, let's continue. Meghan Markle has been pictured in Los Angeles taking part in what appears to be a photo shoot. Video of the moment was caught by a fan who spotted her at the Beverly Gardens Park on Santa Monica Boulevard, near the celeb coffee hotspot Alfred's on Thursday, June 27th. The mum of two looked to be wearing an Ivy Park tracksuit and sneakers, and her brunette hair was straight. A stylist was adjusting the top, and Meghan, 42, was captured laughing as the crew worked around her. It is unclear what Meghan may be gearing up to promote, but she has several projects in the works with Netflix and is expected to launch her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, soon. It is the first time the Duchess has been seen out and about since she returned to the US following her visit to Nigeria with husband Prince Harry. In May, the Duke and Duchess enjoyed a double date night with friends as they were spotted at one of their favourite Montecito haunts, Lucky's, an upmarket steakhouse, where they were joined by Brian and Tracy Robbins. Fashion designer Tracy was one of the first recipients to receive a special gift from Meghan's forthcoming lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, which the mum of two unveiled in March when she launched a website and Instagram page with the same name, American Riviera Orchard. She also dropped a promotional video featuring the Duchess plucking flowers, baking and twirling around in a stunning black dress. Trademark application filings offered further insight into the business, disclosing products she might be selling, including digital and print cookbooks, tableware, and a variety of food ranging from jams and jellies to spreads and butters. The launch of Meghan's new venture comes 7 years after the closure of her former lifestyle blog, The Tig, in April 2017. Described as a hub for the discerning palate, those with a hunger for food, travel, fashion and beauty, the blog provided a platform for Meghan's fashion, travel and beauty tips. It was closed down permanently 10 months after she met Prince Harry in 2016. The name of Meghan's new venture references the royal's life in California, with her hometown as Montecito, located south of Santa Barbara, often referred to as the American Riviera. Since leaving the royal family in 2020, Harry and Meghan have signed several deals with Netflix, working on a docuseries that was released in 2023 and producing an upcoming movie with the streaming giant. Asked about the royal duo's slate, Netflix's chief content officer, Bella Bajaria, confirmed that they also have a couple of unscripted things they're working on with Brandon Reig. The royal couple also have their charitable organisation Archewell, which contributed over $1 million to various initiatives in 2023. The generous donations included $200,000 to Georgetown University's Gender Justice Initiative and $100,000 to the Halo Trust, an organisation Harry's mother, Princess Diana, famously supported. Okay, so when it comes to Harry and Meghan's contributions, because in the interest of fairness, let me talk about this as well. So they have set up Archewell specifically to financially support philanthropic endeavours. Not only do they support them financially, they support them practically as well. And, you know, you've seen over the period of time that they've gone to visit the various charities they support. This is what I'm talking about. They get involved. William, I want to leave Kate out of this, yeah, because she's not, it's not fair to include her in the conversation at this stage. William doesn't get involved as far as I can see. He may turn up, you know, shake a few hands, but I've never seen him practically be involved in these charities. And this is what I'm talking about. Just throwing money at a problem is not going to solve the problem. At least Meghan and Harry want to find out ways in which they can practically help. So not only do they financially help, they practically support the charities they're engaged with. You know, we saw last week Harry was, the interview took place months before, but in relation to Armed Forces Day, they released a video of Scotty's little soldiers when Harry was speaking to Nikki Scott, actually engaging with people. I've never seen William do this, you know, and it's not, you can't really compare William and Harry. They're incomparable as far as I'm concerned. Just accept the fact that they are not the same. Meghan and Kate are not the same. So it's unfair and it's pointless to compare these people as couples or as individuals. They're on their own paths. They do things their different ways. But the media will only thrive when they pit them against each other, because competition is how these outlets make their money. Whether Meghan is launching a collaboration or not, the fact remains that Meghan haters are secretly, as far as I'm concerned, her biggest fans. Because this is what puzzles me. If you categorically despise an individual, you would make sure that zero focus is aimed in that individual's direction. Yes or no? So while the UK trash media can only make money through clickbait by using Harry and Meghan's names or images to promote other stories unrelated to them, or just to fabricate negative stories about the couple themselves, the UK trash media are inadvertently giving the Sussexes unparalleled attention, whether it's good or bad, which kind of defeats the object of their exercise. And this is why I will never ever credit the British tabloid press with an ounce of common sense. So guys, as I wrap up this video from sunny Wimbledon, let me remind you that comparison is the killer of individuality. This is why you will see this at the start of my videos. Not everyone will like you, but that is none of your business. People may try to compete with you regularly because they see something in you that they wish they had themselves. Make sure the competition is one-sided. You should concern yourself with being the person you are supposed to be, because when you do that, you don't have to force people to recognize you. The people that matter will recognize you. So guys, if your thoughts were provoked in any way, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet become a house guest, don't forget to hit subscribe and activate all of your notifications. I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you shall catch me in the next video.